rock and roll.
Well, hello and welcome to the Daily Atheist Morning Show. I am your host, Amazing Super Chris. Thank you for joining me today. Ryan is here, and we're going to have some fun today. We're going to talk about general sci-fi because we do that, okay? I would love to tell you that we would be able to stay on track about heavy metal the whole 2 hours. Heavy metal's not even 2 hours. So we're going to talk about other things, but we'll be back in just a minute. It's going to be fun. Yes, we'll be back. Boop.
Mi burrito es tan bueno, it burns when I pee. Abraham had the crotch cooties and gave his sister wife to me. El ataco bueno, it stings like a bee. They told me she was his sister, now I'm plagued between the knees. I've got the Pharaoh's curse, a case of penile plague. I've got the Pharaoh's curse, there's fire between my legs. Mi burrito está no bueno, a full bladder I fear. Abraham's lies and Sarai's touch have left me itching front to rear. Mi burrito está bueno, it burns when I pee. Abraham had the crotch cooties and gave his sister wife to me. I've got the Pharaoh's curse, a case of penile plague. I've got the Pharaoh's curse, there's fire between my legs. Mi burrito está no bueno, a full bladder I fear. Abraham's lies and Sarai's touch have left me itching front to rear. Mi burrito está no bueno, it burns when I pee. Abraham had the crotch cooties and gave his sister wife to me. I've got the Pharaoh's curse, a case of penile plague. I've got the Pharaoh's curse, there's fire between my legs. I've got the Pharaoh's curse, a case of penile plague. I've got the Pharaoh's curse, there's fire between my legs.
Here we are. Good morning, everyone. Let me bring on the lovely and fantastical Ryan. Did you see the thumbnail?
I did see the thumbnail.
Awesome.
I loved it.
We had people commenting that they thought you were a fantastic. Taarna?
I have to have my sword.
Yes, there you go. Yep. Good morning to you. Good morning to everyone in the chat. Kelly Laughlin is here. Secular Feelinist is here. Flockmeister.
No.
Wow, Hypatia Stanhope already. Good morning. And Alter Ego. Nice to have you all with us. So you did get the opportunity to watch the movie, yes?
Yes, I did. I did watch it. It's a weird one, but in a fun way. Like it had a lot of like 80s energy, 80s vibe. You know what I mean? Like it was just drenched in, it was coded. It was pretty much like 80s coded. But it didn't really bother, like for like a tinge. I was like, oh man, what is like man's wet dream style? But I still liked it.
Yeah.
I was able to get over that, like whatever.
Yeah. I was watching it this morning. And
oh, you watched it this morning?
Yeah, and it was kind of the same thing for me. I was like, man, I remember this from when I was a kid. Because there's a lot of it that's just kind of music, where they're like somebody's going from point A to point B. They're just gonna play some music while we watch them go from point A to point B. I kind of skipped through those parts.
Yeah.
Yeah, just because I mean I know the music. I've seen the thing before. It's 3:30 in the morning. I didn't watch the whole but I found myself stopping at the hey, there's a lady getting naked part. And I'm wait.
There was a good bit of that.
There was a good bit of that. That was my. Oh, I want to mention. Did you notice the '70s bush? All the naked ladies had the full blown raccoon '70s bush down there. It was.
Yep. Yep. Like I said, it was just very, or whatever, 80, 70. It was just, it was from another time. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it was.
Like a fever dream. Like a
in
once
a way.
long time ago.
Yeah, it was fun. But whenever I watched it, parts of it were fun. Parts of it were, I mean, they never get away with some of it now, but it was a good ride. It was a fun ride,
Mm-hmm. It was very different. It was just super, super different. It was, I will say, a little difficult for me to track. Like I was kind of struggling keeping track of what the story was doing. Towards the end, I finally got it. The whole tie-in, I guess, was like the story of the evil thing, whatever the fuck it was called. I can't remember.
Loc-Nar.
Yes, that thing.
The
Exactly. Yeah.
Yes.
Took me a while.
There are some it's a very quotable, very fun movie for those of you who were back in the day kids like me. I've quoted it here on the show. And,
you showed us one part of the movie one time.
Stern, yeah, where he goes after Stern. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Hanging's too good for him. Burning's too. I love that part. Oh,
that was a really good part where it was going back and forth, where he was long. What was his, not long bottom, but whatever his character name was.
Something hand.
Yeah, hand over fist or something like that.
Yeah, hand over fist.
Yeah. And he's like talking his hand over fist, and then he went saying it's too good for him. I was like, that was funny. I was laughing.
Good stuff. I'm gonna put our link here. It was fun. That's one of my favorite parts. There's other quotable things that I've done before that I like. Oh, gnarl! I've done that. Probably since I was like 10, I guess. That's part where the Den of Earth meets this guy, and he's all, Greek godlike. You saw him laying there, and he calls his servant Gnarl.
Yes. Okay. I had to, it's still kind of fuzzy in my head, but I remember the guy like sitting on his throne or whatever. Yeah. And he was a little like flamboyant-ish, or whatever you like to say. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It was good. It was good stuff. I just, for some reason, that one there particularly stuck in my head. The calling for Gnarl, because he's so, the way he does it, like. Oh, James, and Gnarl comes up, and Gnarl is just, I don't know, it's just kind of always, oh, good Nyborg, man. There's that one. Yeah, nosedive. Sorry.
What? No, go ahead. If you tell me like the part of the movie, I probably can remember, but you know what I mean? I'm not that familiar where I can pull the, yeah.
Here we go. Okay. There was a part of the movie where they were started out at the Pentagon, and it sucked up the lady and the robot dude, and there were these two aliens in the ship, and they laid out a whole bunch of cocaine or powder, Niberian, what do they call it? It's in the chat here. Somebody said it. Good Nyborg, man. Yeah.
Yeah. When me and my husband, I was like, what the fuck? It was funny. It was funny, but when they got down and started sniffing, I was like, oh my God.
Nosedive. Yeah.
Yes, see, but that was funny.
Yeah.
I like the part where, I don't remember exactly, but there was animals or monsters or something, and the one guy's describing the size of the tooth, and he was like, the tooth is like 6 inches, and then he thinks, and he's like, 16 or whatever. And then he realized, like, or whatever, something like that. I thought that was funny.
That was Den of Earth. That was, yeah. So that's part of our poll today. What part? Let me read our poll real quick. I don't, s'il vous plaît. The question is, what's your favorite part of the classic cartoon movie Heavy Metal, 1981? The options are the Tarakian woman storyline. We've only got 4 votes so far, and that one has none. Den of Earth has got 3 votes. Apparently, people like Den of Earth. And then I prefer, my favorite is, I guess, Stern. That one has not got a vote yet either. But I guess I want to mention here, you got to go vote. You got to go vote for next week's thing. I'm going to post a link, and please test it for me. Pour moi. Let's go. It's HTTPS. Why do we still have to type this in this day and age? HTTPS. Boop, boop, boop.
Yeah, you could tell. You could tell John Candy's voice.
Oh yeah, and Harold
Like
Ramis.
I mean, unless you've never heard, you don't know who John Candy is.
Right.
But if you've ever seen John Candy, you know his voice.
Yeah, and him and Harold Ramis, also from Ghostbusters, the tall, skinny guy with the black hair. From Ghostbusters. He's the one who actually said,
voice.
yeah, he said nosedive. He's the one who said that. That was him. Yeah.
It's funny.
There's this other part. Do you remember Fast Times at Ridgemont High?
Ish, yes.
There was this one guy in there who kind of, I guess he somehow got Jennifer Jason Leigh in the sack or some business like that. He's kind of got this New York kind of style to him. I believe that's the guy who does the voice for the cabbie.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he was the first story or ish.
Yeah, somewhere around in there. Yeah. Pretty close to the first story. Yeah.
That was a funny story. I was like, oh my God, the fucking button. He just fries the girl. I was like, damn.
And then he says, and I noticed that this morning, he's like, I know she would have killed me and all, but she was an okay person. I dug her. Like, really? She a cold-blooded murderer. And she would have killed you.
That.
You know, but she was hot, you know, so that was that. Of course, John Candy did so many voices. He was the cop, you know, that he tried to turn him into. He was all through that business, John Candy.
I heard it a couple of times, but I do not remember all of it. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, our poll. Back to the poll, man. And then Harry the Cabbie was the third option. That one so far is winning. Guys, let me know if you are unable to reach that link. Hopefully it'll work for everybody. And there we go. John Hudson, good morning. Good morning, John. How are you? So far, though, on our other poll, we have 14 votes so far. And the options are, they're all kind of coming in pretty close, to be fair. Signs. Signs would be a really good movie for us to watch on this show because it's of the religious themes for Signs.
True. Especially now, like watching it now from this perspective versus when I was probably kind of a believer-ish when I first watched it. Yes. Wonder how it will change.
Yes, it has. It's one of those. Whenever I talk about, I'd like to review Christian movies. That's one of them. That's one of the Christian movies. Most people are like, "Oh no, Kevin Sorbo shit." No, these are good flicks. I dig these movies. Some of the, I often mention John Wick as a Christian movie. John Wick? No, not John Wick. John Constantine as a Christian movie. You should be glad. Yeah,
that's a good one.
Oh. Wait, let me see. Somebody's got a question. John had a question. I just read the names. The mods keep DMing me, demanding pictures of my butthole, or they say I'll be banned from the channel. Does anybody else have to send butthole pictures?
Pucker up. Get that one eye, get that brown eye winking, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
That brown starfish, chocolate starfish, get it winking.
Man, goodness gracious. Yeah, I guess let me see, John. What's this got is, well, if you ain't gonna answer, I'm not gonna send any more butthole pictures until I know it's a fact. Yeah, there you go. Understood. Man. Safety first, John Hudson. Safety first. At our age, getting around there to take a picture of your butthole is not as easy as some people. Have you pulled a muscle doing that and tried to explain that to boss? I was taking a photograph of my rectum over the weekend and I pulled my shoulder.
You didn't know that's why selfie sticks were invented? It wasn't for selfies.
Right. The problem, that's
one undercarriage.
Oh, that's true. The problem is geezer folk like myself don't probably have a selfie stick.
Yeah. I don't either.
Yeah. Sean Bumstead is here. Good morning, Sean Bumstead from Canada. Reading is a skill. Yeah. So often Christians'
I hope
assumptions.
you're leaving the border open for us.
Yes, we will be coming. You know, it's a. We're not going to talk about that today, though. However, a third, second movie on our list is Spaceman. Spaceman is also an interesting movie in that, from a religious atheistic perspective, in that there's something about this creature that he meets on his ship. It's not just your everyday old jumping spider. There's some thing about it, and it's some sort of like galactic, timeless craziness that happens, if you know what I mean. If you're picking up what I'm putting down, if you're receiving thusly what I'm broadcasting. Hypatia Stanhope says, I pulled my shoulder a week ago by reaching behind myself from a front seat car to the back seat, and my arm still hurts. I don't do that. I'm very careful if I do that. Oh, yeah. I mean, ever since my 30s, that's the first time it happened, and I walked around like this for, oh, man. Oh, put it down.
That sucks.
Yeah.
That really sucks when you're just doing like the simplest thing and you hurt yourself.
Jumper and spiders, says secular feminist, are super cute. I would agree. I dig them. I think the jumping spiders are very cute. All right.
I like the little videos of them.
Oh my goodness gracious!
With their little fuzzy feetsies.
Yeah, where they talk and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, so cute. Oh, hello there.
Here's Ollie. He's
Mr. Wood.
looking from Papa Time. Let's go here. There you go. Can you see you? Do you give a shit? There's Ollie. Don't give away the free yawns though. We don't want to do that. Oh my goodness, they're looking at the Ollie. Good morning, everyone. If you're not familiar with Ollie, he is our computer engineer here on the show. I've got 5 dogs, and I personally don't believe in any letting them just lay around. Don't give away the yawns for free. Puppy yawns are just not free. Don't do that. And so we've got our camera operator is Sadie. The script writer is Bailey. Jack does the lights. And Daisy does sound. If I get too loud, you'll see Daisy coming up. She's making sure the sound equipment isn't getting blown out. And then, of course, we've got Ollie here, who helps me with the computers and all that kind of stuff. And then on site, we also have the Pickles, the technician, over on site there for Ryan. So
she might be off duty right now.
Yeah. She even has a
or off site. She might just be off site.
Yeah, off site. Well, you know how those IT people are. Probably sleeping somewhere.
Or that.
I mean, that's what I did when I 20 years IT, got plenty of sleep.
I gotta go in this cubby hole here, in this warm cubby hole, and fix something. I'll be out in a couple hours.
Yes. Let's see. It hurts to play the guitar. Yeah, I'm actually recording it. See, it does. When you get old, getting old sucks. It creates a negative pressure environment. Promethean Kitchen says, did you guys hear Prime Minister Carney's speech at the World Economic Forum this week? I did not, but I heard that Donald Trump took Canada off his list of friends. He took Canada off. So there is zero. Oh my God, there's zero irony in Donald Trump creating a group called the Group of World Peace or some bullshit. Collection. I don't know what the fuck cabal of peace. I don't fucking know. And then invite the worst of the worst, and it's just
a joke.
It's
the irony just kills me.
Yeah,
honestly,
the shame of Americans who are letting this happen is what killed. That Donald Trump can continue doing this business. Hey, you're God.
Boy. Yikes!
Did you notice you were God? I noticed you were God.
Oh, yes. Yes. Don't forget, guys.
That's right. If your church says so, it must be true.
It says that it is. So, just like the Bible says, it's true.
Clearly. Let's briefly, if you don't mind, let's talk about what happened yesterday. What are your thoughts about taking calls? I mean, I really enjoyed the Christian call and would love to hear back from her as she explores the underpinnings of her religion. Of her faith. That would be great.
Yeah. I enjoyed it. Didn't really have any issues with it. I don't know if there's a way we can, I don't know if we need to time calls maybe so that way people aren't waiting in the background, or I don't know if there's something so that way we could, I don't know, but we'll probably figure that out as we go.
Yeah.
Like if there's if there's a bunch of like, what are we gonna do? Make them wait, or do we just ask them to call back? So, I don't know. I've never done this before, other than be a guest.
Right. I haven't either. However, I will tell you that I have been watching other shows, and we'll hear people go, "Here comes Bob. He's been waiting for what, 30 minutes? Bob's been waiting for 30 minutes to talk. What do you got going on today, Bob?" And then Bob will go, "You guys are stupid. You don't believe in God." Then the atheist will be like, "Hang up on him." It's like, he really waited 35 minutes on the phone for that?
Just to say,
So that's kind of, I just assumed we'd go that way. Yeah. Yeah.
people do. That's true.
But we don't have a screener, unlike those channels. Those channels have somebody in the background going, "Hey, we got you, man. We know you're here." Right? But we don't have that. So I kind of just wanted to take a pause and give a break in her speech to let him know that we knew he was there. I wasn't really necessarily trying to rush her along, but it was a good story.
I felt like we kind of rushed her off, but I wasn't sure if that was because you wanted to make sure that that guy wasn't waiting. Because I know there's, like you said, I don't know how much we have to pay, if we have to pay when they're on, or just to have it on all the time. Like if it's just on, you pay.
Yeah.
Is that how?
My understanding is that while they're on hold, they're listening to the show. While they're listening to the show, I'm paying. Yeah, they'll pay for the shit.
Oh, you're paying.
Yeah. It's like I don't know if they're paying from whatever tolls they may be, but they
I guess
on the web.
Yeah, on their phone service. I have no idea. I guess that's right.
I don't know if it charges me for the ones that call in on the web. Oh no, I'm new to this too, so we'll see. Rainbow Ash. Good morning, Rainbow Ash. Thank you for joining us. I threw a wrench once again at Rainbow Ash. Be careful. She may be vengeful. She may ban me this time. Damn, I got timed out again.
Just for a couple of seconds. That's all.
Sean Bumstead. Good morning. Sean says it's negative 46 degrees, wind chill in my part of Canada. Damn. It's winter in Canada. I thought it was always like that in Canada. Is it not always like that in Canada? Is that not normal? I thought that was normal. I thought that was normal for anywhere above Kansas. It's just like a frozen, deserted wasteland from August to March.
Anything above Maine.
There you go.
Honestly.
Oh, Maine, yeah. Maine.
But that's something else we probably should talk about is the storm.
The storm.
Yeah. I mean, I've only paid a little bit of attention to it, just like what people have shown, like the weather map and the color system, whatever, just to show where it's coming in and who's going to get the worst of it. It looks big. Yeah. If it's going to be what they're saying it's going to be, this ice storm. So it's not even a snowstorm, it's ice. Ice, baby.
Yeah. It's ugly. And there was no way I was going to be walking around with my dork hanging out. Sorry. It's another quote from the movie. Thank you.
I was like, why did he say dork? Who said dork? Was that a thing they called it, or was that just something funny to say?
Nerds back in the 70s and 80s, I guess. I was kind of a little old before I had ever heard it referred to as a dork. I think I was in my teens before I heard it referred to as a dork.
I hope it didn't come from that. Like dork didn't come from that being a dork.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe they have the same root.
I didn't think of that until now. Just I don't know. I don't know what's the etymology. I'd like to.
There's a double entendre.
No, I just thought that was funny though. That stuck out to me. So when you said that, I knew exactly what you were talking about. We tied the thing around him.
Yeah. It was. Thank you, Krieg Mesher. Thank you, Krieg Mesher. Interesting name. Positivity 5307. I'm seeing some interesting names in these comments here. Who are you, people? I like new names. That's cool, new faces. Positivity says the B-17 sequence. Ryan, what did you think of the B-17 sequence?
Oh, yeah, that was very interesting too. Was that a B-17 bomber? I'm guessing.
I don't know the specifics. Right. Yeah, I'm not specifics of the plane. It's the story I think they're asking about.
Yeah, that was a fun one. I felt really bad for the guys. Actually, I was like, oh damn, they just survived all that, and and now the bodies come back to life and and kill, and the one guy getting thrown around in the undercarriage where the
Yeah.
shooter is, I guess.
Mhm.
I was like, oh dang, I'm seeing his face get. I was like, oh, I was like,
Belly
that's rough.
gunner. Yeah.
That's pretty rough.
Yeah. The whole movie was really kind of, I mean, it opens with the guy getting melted in front of his little girl. Didn't get much
Oh
better
yeah.
from that. Yeah, yeah. The next scene opened with a little thing getting melted when it picked up the thing, you know. It was kind of a lot of
A lot of
people
melting.
Yes. And it wasn't just to that thing either. You know, Harry the cabbie also melted people. It was a thing, you know, apparently.
Yeah, in that
All the
time, I
time.
guess, is in that world, it was a thing.
Yes.
No.
Secular Feeling says, did you notice the modern jets in the plane graveyard at the end? I did not. They would be only, I guess, I'd have to go look again and see. Check that out.
I didn't.
I mean, they
There's
would
probably
only
a lot of
be,
stuff I didn't notice.
yeah, they would only be modern up to 1981. See, and this was, you know, so you'd probably see so, and then the end of the scene where it showed up to, because that's when the movie was made, I guess, unless they kind of futured it. But anyway, they showed this thing where it, like somebody was watching him as the creatures were coming around him to get him, like it was some sort of, I don't know, game, like somebody's watching, or not a game, but damn it. You know those movies with Katniss and whatnot, where they're putting people in there and watching people
Oh,
fight for
yeah,
their
the
lives kind of
watching people.
situation? Yeah.
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 Wait, I'm trying to remember.
Yeah. Oh, because at the very, very end of the thing, there's one man left, and he's down on the island. He jumped out of the plane. He parachuted down, and he's all these broken planes and shit, and he's all alone. And then these creatures start coming out,
Right.
like Republicans, and then all of a sudden it kind of zooms out, and for a moment we get an overlay, like you're looking at a video game. He's the little person, and there's creatures coming after him and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't even know if I caught on to that.
Yeah, Hunger Games. Thank you, Chemical Squirrel. Dr. Ben says, who's waking and baking with me? That's an
Ew.
excellent question. Yes. Show of hands. Oh, you. Okay. Lots of wonderful people out there in the audience today. Thank you. Yeah. Good morning, Jason. Jason Freer's here. Thank you for joining us. I want to mention something real quick. I'm looking forward to going to Rocket City ReasonCon this year. I don't think I'm going to make it to the NanoCon or the Kentucky thing. I don't think I'm going to do that.
Oh.
No, I'm gonna chill at the Zone. I haven't been invited. Well, outside
October?
of what's that?
It's October. The Rocket City.
The Rocket City thing is, yeah.
Okay.
The NanoCon, I mean, Kentucky thing is July 4th. That's our wedding anniversary. I really don't want to miss that again with the evil one. And then the next month in August is the Tennessee thing and the NanoCon. And I don't know. I don't know if I want to go or not. I don't think I want to go to that one. I don't know. I'll talk to AJ and see what's going on first before I rule it out completely.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it was actually a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. I wish I hadn't been so tired when I got there. I wish I'd have taken a proper nap when because I got there, and I get up stupid early and I couldn't nap, and it was stupid late. And
It was a long ass day for you. And then you were the fucking heat on you guys. Like, oh my goodness, that would have been rough. That would have been so rough.
It was nice to meet everybody though, except that Dr. Ben guy. Very rude, mean. Anybody that's funnier than me in front of me is just. I think I have a problem. With that, Dr. Ben. Yeah, he was too tired to enjoy. I really was. I had a misunderstanding of the length of time that we had. I was told 3 minutes, and other people were up there like. Durante just went on about himself. I think it's like 10 or 15 minutes. He just kind of course, Durante's the next pastor, so he can do that.
Mm-hmm.
And he just kind of course, Durante's fun. He's pretty funny. And then Dr. Ben went up there and went on about himself, and he was funny too. And I'm like, okay, I'm here. 2 jokes, 1, 2, and I'm done. Yeah, so.
Oopsies.
That's all right. Nobody was paying attention. I did, when it came to the part that it mattered the next day, whenever I needed to do the emceeing with Seth, that was
Right.
I did good. I had a good time there. That's the part that counts.
Yeah, I all I've heard is good things about it. So
Yeah, it was fun. And so, just talk about it makes me almost want to go already.
go again.
So I say, yeah, it makes me almost want to go again with a little less panic this time. There was a lot of kind of stress and panic the first time because not knowing what I was doing and where I was going and all that business. But yeah, the Rocket City Reason thing. Yeah, that's a godless engineer. Casey does.
Oh, okay, is that who does it?
Yes.
Reason Con.
Yes. It's Huntington, Alabama. I think so, or something like that. Yeah. I get them all confused. Remember my thinking whenever I here in where I'm from in Texas and New Mexico, oftentimes, and I mean very oftentimes, places and streets and towns and all that business are named after they're not a language you speak. It's La Tierra Puerta, La Vista Buena. It's it's over here. It's this town is Los Lunas. This town is Albuquerque. This town is there's San Mateo over here. It's just, but whenever you get to the East Coast, it's all old white men names. Nashville, Huntington, Earlston, Johnston. It goes on about itself and on about itself. And I remember driving through there and I was like, oh, look at this other. It's like people would just get there and go, oh, look, I'm going to name this after me. It's like, oh my God, we're the most narcissistic nation in history.
So true. So very true.
Yeah. So I'm just there. That's where I was.
I'm sure it's going to be a lovely time. Alabama.
Yeah. I think I'm going to do. Yeah, Alabama. I have no idea what's going to go on. They asked me, and the amazing and wonderful son of a bitch. I forgot her name. Really pretty eyes.
Oh, Sidney Davis Jr.
Sidney Davis Jr. Oh, sorry, Sidney Davis. Sidney Davis Jr. If you're watching. She's like, who is this guy? Chris Guy. I don't know no Chris Guy. But yeah, she's
great. I love her.
She's great.
She's epic.
She's fun. She's the one who told me 3 minutes. Damn her.
We're blaming you, Sidney Davis Jr.
That's all right. I tell you, by the time we got to do it, I wouldn't have had more than 3 minutes in me. I was just exhausted. It was 10 o'clock at night. Oh, it's just.
So maybe that was for the best.
Yes. Let's take a commercial. Let's take a break real quick. We're going to go do that thing. Oh, what do you guys want? Let me ask you. Do you want the pup? Do you want the goat-scented flesh candles? We already did Pharaoh's Curse out the gate. I didn't mean to do that. We have the Holy Halos. And Wild Bill. Of course, we got a couple of Wild Bills. Whichever one you guys would like, let me know. Halos. Oh, we got to vote for Halos, goats. All right, so let's see if I'm missing something. Halos or goats, my friend. And don't forget to go vote. People, if you haven't gone vote, go vote.
Hey, Jesus.
Hello, Jesus and follower. Good morning. Thank you for being here with us this morning. Kelly Laughlin says, I'm not as important. As what? I asked for a slot in Alabama, and they told me there wasn't one left. Yeah, they filled up pretty fast. Yeah. And that's the deal about NanoCon. It's probably full. If I see AJ, I'll say, because that's how I made the contact last time, through AJ. I'll be like, okay, AJ, I'm going to go ahead and do the Holy Halos. And then, if you guys want to do goats, well, let's see which one came. Yeah, Halos came in first. So we'll do Halos first, and we'll probably do goats later. We'll be back. Next up in the bark bank, a clergyman with a holy hustle and maybe a few unholy loopholes.
Hi, Barks. Blessings and belly rubs to you all. I'm Father Flanagan, and today I'm here seeking $50,000 for 3% of my soul-saving startup, Holy Halos, the world's first, soon-to-be, church-approved condoms. Following the ways of the Lord can be hard and often require sacrifices of the flesh. Well, fear not, my wayward child. Introducing Father Flanagan's line of Holy Halo condoms.
Hold on, Father. The church very much doesn't like condoms. How do you expect to sell these?
Well, you're right, but these aren't just any condoms. No, my furry financiers, these are permeable. But every single halo has been dipped in holy water, a divine divider between you and sin. You can finally frolic freely and still keep that sweet spot in heaven. Permeable, but dipped in holy water to keep the sin out, but let the babies in.
Let you get your stick wet without getting your stick stuck.
If you know what I mean.
Oh my! Very embarrassing every time.
So basically, they don't work as condoms, but they let you get away with having sex without going to hell?
Exactly. The church gets to keep making babies, but you don't have to keep going to confession. Think of it. No more guilt, no more awkward "I'm saving myself for marriage" speeches. With holy halos, you can take those pray hands and turn them into lay hands.
Didn't I read that holy water is full of bacteria like E. coli? Won't this be harmful to women's health?
The words are English, but I don't understand the question.
How are you addressing the issue holy water presents for women's health?
Again, I'm not understanding.
She does that. Well, we don't get it either.
Is that mesh from a window screen?
Ah, that's a keen eye you have there, young lass. Yes, yes. Another fine selling point, rough on the outside to increase her shame, as it should be. But soft and smooth on the inside, internally lubed and ribbed for his pleasure. We even have custom scents.
Scents? Now you have my attention. What flavors we talking? Don't pitch me that vanilla missionary nonsense, Padre.
Well, we do have virgin vanilla, but we also have miracle mint and cooing camel, and my personal favorite, sweat of the savior.
And the Vatican, they've blessed this endeavor?
Well, not exactly. I'm still waiting on the papal decree one way or the other.
I love it, but you're asking 50 grand for only 3%. That's rough, Father, real rough.
Not running with the big dogs on this one. I'm gonna stay on the porch.
Me too. Good luck, Father. 15%.
Ouch, 15%, that's highway robbery even for the church.
Come on, Father. We're dogs. We know a bone when we see one. 10%, and we'll even bless your branding.
Look, meet me in the middle, 7%, and I'll baptize all your puppies.
7% works for me. Father Flanagan, it looks like
Wait a second. Our producers say we have a special call-in bidder. Let's get him up on the screen. Folks, we have the guardian of the sacred fire hydrant himself.
Oh no.
Defender of the holy tennis ball and eater of the golden kibble, Pup Oliver Poops a Lot the Fifth.
Flanagan!
Yes, your poetry.
50,000 at 20%.
20%?
And you get to keep calling yourself a father.
Sold to the pup in the very fine hat.
I knew you'd see it my way.
You're very wise, your hiney. Would there be anything else?
He may leave.
Father Flanagan's line of holy halos, ultra thin, spiritually thick. Available in 3 sizes: conservative, medium, and liberal. All right, we are back, and thank you for. I didn't even warn Ryan. She just had no idea we were coming back. Here's Ryan. Let's see. Hypatia Stanhope says, "I vote for Time Traveler's Wife." Well, if you go click the link, here's the way it works. We open the poll on Tuesday morning, at first of the show on a Tuesday, and when the poll first opens, there's 5 empty spaces. And at that point, if you're one of the first 5, you can go put in which movie you would like to be there. Once we get 5 movies, then it automatically switches over to a Google form. Did I say Google? I mean Google form. And then, we all start voting on the first 5 that we have. So be here Tuesday. Hypatia. Cool name, by the way. And be ready. What's that, Brian?
Tuesday.
9 a.m. Eastern. I think the poll turns over at like 8:30 Eastern in the morning, but nobody's really here, so if you want to get in early, just saying. Just saying, if you want to. I mean, I don't think I've ever seen The Time Traveler's Wife. That would be a new one for me. Yeah. Oh my goodness. You know what we started doing last night? You're not going to believe me. You're going to say, it's a lie. And I'm going to say it's true. We started watching X-Files last night. I mean, the very first episode of X-Files. They were so young.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So we watched 2 of them.
But they were.
Yeah, it was good. It was fun. I think it might be a tough road to hoe to get 10 seasons out of that. We just kind of stepped out of our Deep Space Nine. I've seen Deep Space Nine many a time. So the Truth Space Pirate is here. Good morning, Space Pirate. Thank you for joining us. And I did notice that Ember said that won't let you in yet. The link doesn't.
Oh, no.
Let me check the link here.
Oh, no.
Wherefore does the link not worketh? Oh, mine says I've already responded. Have you already responded, Ember? Or did you, that may be it if you've already responded. It may think you're a bad person. It may hate you and want you to die. We'll see. I need to get it figured out. Hey, it's just me. You know, I'm an old guy doing all this tech alone. I think I'm doing pretty good. Quit your bitching. Thank you. Thank you for your cooperation and for being a guinea pig with us today. Yes. So that's why I won't let you in there. It's you've already voted. That's why. All right. So let me ask you, Miss Ryan. We've already kind of covered most of the heavy metal. Fun. Yeah. Let's talk about some Deep Space Nine. How's that going? Still, I mean, I know we talked about it yesterday, but you know me. I've been dying for today so we can freely speaketh upon us the deepest space nineth.
Let me see which one we watched last night.
That's awesome.
Because I don't remember exactly. Was it Bashir? Okay, it was the one. It was our man Bashir. So Bashir is he's doing a little hollow thing. And I guess the ship, oh no, I got a incoming ship with, yeah,
one.
Kira.
Okay.
Yes, that one. Sorry, Lord Jesus, with Kira and
Cisco
O'Brien on it. I forget who else, but anyway, they need to upload their transporter, whatever you call it, into the into the hollow deck. Holy shit, that's hard to get out.
Well, no, you know you're doing it. You've been taking care of it long. So yeah, they had to get their patterns out of the thing. It was an emergency. The computer transferred their patterns over to the thing at the place, and Dr. Bashir was stuck in the middle of a thing, and we get to see Kira do a funny Russian accent. I don't want to say bad Russian accent, you know, because I don't really like knocking actors that, you know, hey, she's doing it. But it's funny because it's supposed to be funny. But then Cisco gets to be a crazy man at the end. Is that right? Crazy, evil supervillain? Is that how it ended?
I think so. And oh God, I can't even remember all of it. Oh, that's terrible. Did we watch all of it? I think we did watch all of it. I'm pretty sure we watched all of it.
Yeah.
Why is it such a blur last night? I think after watching heavy metal, I kind of might have fried my brain a little bit, honestly.
Brain may have been fried. But that's a good episode. I enjoy that one. Little Green Men, you got to see the Little Green Men. You got to see Starship Down. The Sword of Kalis. You got to see. That's a fun episode.
Yes.
You know, it's tell stuff. And now
fun.
you see our man Bashir. Excellent. You have got some very good episodes coming up in the next few. Yeah, it's good shit coming up. I envy you.
Yeah.
In the one you watched last night, you got to see some more of the technical genius that is ROM. O'Brien was all wrapped up inside the holograms memory buffers and shit. He couldn't save the day, I don't think, right? So it was up to ROM to come to save the day with parts from their food replicators.
You know what? I don't think we watched the whole thing. I think we might have only watched half of it last night.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, because that's not sounding familiar, but I remember the whole like Kira and O'Brien, but I don't think I remember beyond that.
Oh.
We did stop, but I thought it was a different one we stopped, but I think it might have been that one that we stopped watching because we started watching, remembered that we needed to watch the movie, restarted watching, but then we were like, okay, we're going to go to bed. We're tired after that.
Yeah, that may have been it. Oftentimes, what happens is the evil one gets home from work, we'll feed, and then we'll go in there and watch a couple episodes. And usually by the second episode, I'm looking over and she's, you know,
Long
in
day on her
hard
feet,
times.
probably.
No doubt. Yeah, true. I mean, a lot of people actually do that. They can fall asleep sitting up or sitting watching something, and it's a reclined in a chair. Obviously, it's nice, it's cushy, fun play. I've never done that. I've never been a person that
No,
fall
you like to go sleep in your bed,
You know, I'm choiceless.
like if you're on a nap.
I think I'm just as choiceless as other people are. Like if you're sitting up at late at night and you always fall asleep and find yourself in your chair and I got to get up and go to bed. You don't really do that on purpose. You're just sitting there watching a show and then you wake up and you're like, shit, how did I get here? I just kind of never do that. I don't know why. Just never do. My beans on.
Interesting. Yeah, I do that quite often. Too much.
Oh, yeah.
And I know I shouldn't, because I know I'll be uncomfortable. I'll wake up and I'll be in a, like my neck is all kinked or something, but I still do it.
Let me reiterate real quick, my friends, if you want to go vote. Now we're up to 18 votes. Don't be slackers. Don't be slackers. Lurkers can lurk. But you got to go vote. So it's Signs, Spaceman, Evolution, which I'm not familiar with. I'll have to look that one up. And Tusk. I'm going to look up Tusk and Evolution right now just to see. Spaceman is, I guess it's cool. It's heady, slow and heady. I don't even think it's terribly slow. It's just kind of gets heady. Let me see what Evolution is. Okay, Evolution is that comedy. Okay, I dig it. Oh, okay. I may have to watch that anyway if it doesn't win. It looks like fun. Hey, it's got David Duchovny in it. How's yours? Because we're watching.
Oh, that's right. Because I looked it up the other day. I hadn't heard of it either. It's a little bit older then. Not that old, but
2001.
Okay.
Looks like. And let's see here. The other one on the list is Tusk. I'm not familiar with Tusk either. Let's see what Tusk is. Oh, is that like a horror movie? Goodness.
Comedy horror or something?
Don't know. It is rather disturbing looking. If you're seeing the image, are you seeing the images?
I'm going to pull it up again. I had looked at it. There we go.
I don't want to.
Yeah, just the cover is kind of interesting in itself.
Yeah, I don't want to put it on the screen. It would appear as though somebody has taken a whole bunch of people parts and sewn them together and made this dude into a walrus, a human walrus. That's what it.
Oh, farts! Really, Jiminy Christmas.
To the untrained eye, I mean, without having seen the movie, it is a bit on the gore side. Yeah, interesting.
Go vote, people.
Go vote. Yes. And then the final one on the list is Cowboys and Aliens. I think Cowboys and Aliens is a fun ride. I would watch it just for the fun of it. It's got some stars in there. You know, it's got Daniel Craig. It's got Harrison Ford. Megan Fox, I think, if you think she's a star. She was a star at the time coming out. This is just after the Transformers, about the Transformers.
Right. Okay.
I think that's one of those deals where she's only in it for like a few seconds in a flashback, or somebody they advertise on the show is only in it for a few seconds in a flashback. Sort of
something like that, yeah.
What's his name? What's his name on that movie? Damn it. Where he's the captain of the ship and he gets killed in the beginning, his pod. What was that show? Oh, James Franco.
I don't.
My hair is driving me shitty nuts up here. James Franco, and it was he was on it was a movie we watched. Oh, no, I don't remember which one it was. But anyway, Naked Olivia Wilde. Olivia Wilde, I dig her. She was in House, an actress. She's a princess, I believe. Yeah.
Olivia Wilde. Yeah.
The list
I don't know
of
the many
movies,
people by names.
No. Sapien Cephalopod says the list of movies is what not to watch. I mean, I would enjoy I think Tusk is probably one I wouldn't. Probably not my style of movie, you know. But and Cowboys and Aliens, I think is a tiny bit weak on the weaker side. But Spaceman and Signs are, again, Spaceman's good if you like a heady movie. And then of course you've got Adam Sandler doing a heady movie, and that takes a shift. You know, you got to kind of shift a shift in the brain. It's like whenever what's his name, Jim Carrey. Anytime Jim Carrey does anything serious, I'm like, do I laugh? Do I cry? What do I do?
How do I feel?
Yeah,
I don't know how I feel about this. Yeah, it was kind of weird to see him in like the Truman Show and something of the Spotless Mind, Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. A very good movie, but
yeah,
very different. Jim
very
Carrey.
different. That's true, huh? That's true. That is a good one. Good example. Promethean Kitchen says maybe you guys should do sci-fi TV series as well. Well, actually, we kind of do. Where right now Ryan is going through Deep Space Nine for the first time. She's in season 4. She's technically a little over halfway through the show, and she's apparently having a good time. We're watching it too. Me and the evil one. So we talk about that one as we're going through it. I'm a big Star Trek fan. Ryan we've just thrust her over the past year and a half into the sci-fi universe against her will, but I think she's enjoying it. Once you get past
Yeah, I am. I really like it. I'm glad. I can't wait to watch some of the ones I've already watched again, just to start them over.
I'm actually kind of myself looking forward to watching Starfleet Academy. Yeah, it looks all right now. Now you've met the Jim Hadar, but you don't know a lot about them, so I'm not going to tell you anything. So we'll get back to that. But I have been watching on my Facebook, on the Book of Faces. I've seen that a lot of people, because I already wanted to be open-minded about it, because I don't care about woke shit. That doesn't make me. There are going to be fewer hetero white men 300 years from now than there are now. I mean, it's just anyway. I'm all about that. I don't give a shit about that part. I want to have a fun Star Trek show. I didn't like Discovery, not because of the people of color or any of that, the I don't want to say the LGBTQ issues of it, because you can't just say homosexual or whatever. It's more complicated than that, and I totally love it, and I get it all. It's the shit story writing. It's the sitting and talking all the time. It's the Mary Sue with Michael Burnham, how everything in the entire universe rests on Michael Burnham and her father and her mother at some point. Everything in the entire year, and not just once, and not just by more than one thread. You could even see it like as being from more than one thread is like, you fight the same monster a few times and save the world a few times from that monster. That's not the way it is. I mean, whether it's destroying the entire universe by tapping into the whatever, letting control out. Oh shit, that was so fucking stupid. I'm sorry, I'm not going to talk, but it was the bad writing, the sitting and talking and talking, getting up from this and go talk in that other room, and the crying. I love the ability of an actress to cry. I don't like my Starfleet captains being big crybabies who bawl through every fucking episode of a show. I'm just saying. But I have to say, I really did enjoy that guy who played Voh. Yeah, I don't know his name, but he did a really good job.
I liked his character as well. Yeah. That was good. It was hard because like you liked him, and then you might have been pissed at and hated him, but then you felt bad for him, and then you kind of liked him again. The whole thing.
Promethean Kitchen says you guys should check out the show called Gundam, The Witch from Mercury. It's a 25 episode anime sci-fi show. I've heard my younger brother's really into anime. I just missed it. I kind of every now and then I would like go into the big city or somewhere where they had cable, and I might catch a glimpse of an episode of Battleship Yamamoto, this space battleship that was up in space, and that's the closest I ever got to anime. By the time I got around to it, wasn't really my little brother though, really big into that stuff. Like he likes Evangelion, and I had a really hard time getting through Evangelion. Wasn't my bag.
I watched my son had got me to watch JoJo. I don't know, there was some anime. I liked it. It was again different experience. Some of the stuff they said was super funny, like the way they would animate things. Like I did get a kick out of it.
Yeah,
I understand why people like it. It's not necessarily my thing, but I won't like poo-poo it if it's good.
Yeah. It's been whenever I watch it, like there's things that I want to enjoy. Cowboy Bebop, I've never watched it. I just kind of seen references to it. I know what it is. That one Ghost in a Shell. good interesting stories that, you know, there's a lot of anime. There's a lot of good stuff.
Okay.
Um,
I've heard of that one.
they actually made the Battleship Yamato. I don't even know if that's the name of the show or not. From when I was a kid, but they actually made a live action movie of that, probably more than one. That was cool. Again, it was one of those things. But when I was a kid, I was like, "Wow, look at that! That's really cool." And so even now as an adult, when I see I saw it just on Facebook. Somebody made a model of it or something. And I was like, "Oh, I know exactly what that is." That's.
I know what that is. I'm a nerd too.
Yep.
Okay. Well, as far as like Deep Space Nine goes, we had talked before about Nog, because one of the last episodes when we talked, what was yesterday or whatever about it, we were talking about Nog
No.
going into the academy, and I wasn't sure what was going to happen with him. Like you know, obviously, but like is what's his name? Jake. Is Jake going to be all by himself? Is he going to find something to do? Is he going to get another another Dabu girl? Dabu? What are they called?
Dabo girl.
Dabo girl.
Sorry.
Dabo. Yeah. That episode was interesting when he was dating the 20-year-old.
Yeah.
At least I think she was 20.
That's what they said on the show. I think the actress is actually 17.
Yeah, she was younger, and I was like, "Oh, good. I'm kind of glad that she was in real life. She was younger."
I want to hit you with something. The actress who plays Neela, is that her name? Neela? Damn it. I think it's Neela. She's kind of a real flirty. You got to see her in one episode already. She was flirting with the doctor. She's like, "I think I may have a cold."
Oh yeah, yes. I've only seen her a couple times at this point, but I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, I think her name is Neela in the show. Anyway, she was the actress that they had originally planned to use to be in the scene. I believe the actor who plays Cisco, Avery Brooks, saw her and said no. I think he was directing it and said she was too old. She was clearly too old for the boy. The other one wasn't really.
Yeah, what they chose, I think, was okay, because I was like, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this episode. So that made me feel better.
Yeah. I envy you where you're at and where you're going to go. Nog is a fantastic character. He's one of my favorite characters. I want to tell you, I got if the first episode, or if the episode where he asked Cisco to help him get into Starfleet, if that episode didn't make you cry, they're coming. Nog is going to tear at your tiny little heartstrings. His story. He's got a fantastic story. He's one of the best, you know. Matter of fact, if you watch the episode where it's called The Visitor, and this girl goes to visit, and Jake is an old man, and thing happened in that, you get to see Nog as, I think, a captain or an admiral. I don't remember which, you know.
Definitely a captain, I think. But I don't know about her.
Definitely stuck with it though, you know.
Yes, and he was doing well for himself, and he just seemed to have a bit more, what do you call it, like pride in himself and just how he spoke. And I thought that was a good episode for his character, just like to see that side of him. So for anybody who hadn't fallen for him yet, might be like, oh, okay, he's actually really trying to do something with himself.
Yes, he's good stuff. I think you're going to enjoy him. And Nog too. Nog's fun. Grammaticus Books. Good morning, Grammaticus Books. Thank you for joining us. I don't recognize the name. Welcome to the Damnation Fellow Burner. It says, Deep Space Nine, on a side note, just started watching Babylon 5. Oh, man, is this your first time, Grammaticus Books? If it is your first time, I so envy you. I so envy you your first time watching these things. Babylon 5 is one of my favorites. And here's the deal. Let me finish what Grammatica Books has to say. They said, which I think sued Deep Space Nine. I don't know how much they actually did of the suing. Here's the deal. This is what I do know, though, I believe. J. Michael Straczynski, who's the writer of Babylon 5 went to, is it Paramount, and tried to sell the story of a space station in space and of a commander and his first officer. A commander's a man, the first officer's a woman, and they've got these other things, and it's kind of, and they refused. They said they didn't want it.
Darn.
And so he went to UPN, a new network, I think, that was coming out. Maybe UPN, well, I don't know, something like that. And he started getting his show made, and then shortly thereafter came out Deep Space Nine, which is a commander based on a station with a female
Lieutenant.
first officer. That's where the similarities end. That's it. I mean, that's it. If you know Babylon 5 or Deep Space Nine, watch Babylon 5. It is nothing like Babylon or Deep Space Nine. Not at all. I love it.
Okay.
If you
I
watch
think I have it on my list to watch at some point.
Yeah. There's an opening movie, I think. I'll get with you and I'll let you know. There's something you watch first that you watch. It's good. You just got to know it's going to be very rough on the graphics. Know that and you're okay. You're like, okay, because it does get better. As a matter of fact, I think NASA even contacted them with talking about getting a patent from the ships that they use, the Star Furies that are in this thing. Anyway, so I don't know that there was actually ever a lawsuit. Maybe there was with J. Michael Straczynski. Maybe there was. I don't remember if there was, but that's why. If there was, that's why. Because two shows came out in a very short span of each other that had the overall same very, very broadly speaking premise.
Right.
Babylon
The
5.
whole space station thing.
Yeah. Babylon 5 is a space station in space where all it's like an embassy, a big, huge embassy in space where all the major races come and they meet and make peace and their stuff like that. And then there's these ancient ones who rule the world and there's these other bad ancient ones who've been around and they've been doing some kind of fighting. It's like, what do you want? Who are you? That sort of shit. And then eventually it turns into psychic people and it's just completely different. It's just, there's no similarities. So.
Cool. Well, I bet back in the day, people just loved the sci-fi. It looks like there's just tons of it.
When you could get it, yeah. Of course, back then it was all watch it. If you don't watch it now, yeah, you had to wait till it recome. Then we were starting to get into syndication, like UPN. So you could get shit, but it'd be way out of order. Yeah. Oh, Promethean Kitchen is talking about what we were just talking about. One of my favorite episodes of the DS9 is an episode called The Visitor, where Tony Todd, played an older Jake Sisko. We talked about him, the Candyman. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if y'all know this, but the actress who was visiting him is played by Andrew Robinson's daughter. I don't remember her name. Andrew Robinson is the actor who plays Garrick. So the actor who plays Garrick, his daughter was the one who played the actress who went and met the dying old man Jake. Let's see. I have to get a new license today. Rainbow Ash. That sucks. I think Babylon 5 movie is about the backstory of Earth, Minbari War. You don't have to watch it first. In fact, the way the backstory is revealed, it would actually spoil. There is one about the Earth Minbari War. There's actually 4 or 5 movies, but there's one of them, and I may be speaking incorrectly. I have to go look, but it has Delenn. And Delenn is an alien. She is a feminine alien. She's a female alien. And she will turn from being this, what they call bonehead or what a Minbari. She transforms herself from a female Minbari into a female human half Minbari person. The first pilot of the movie or whatever actually had her as being sort of androgynous. Her outfit and costume was a little more manly. The voice, that didn't scare me at all. The voice they had going for her was also more androgynous, not quite male, not quite female, and they were going to have her become female later. So when you see this pilot, you'll see her before they knew who she was. Also, in this pilot, you'll see there's a part where his name is Kosh. And in this series, this episode, this bad guy, whomever, I don't want to spoil anything for you, puts a poisonous tag on the back of Kosh's hand. You actually get to see Kosh's hand, and they put this poisonous thing, and they're trying to kill this ambassador. But when you get in the show, Kosh ain't got no hands. He ain't never got no hands. He ain't never had no hands. You'll see when you watch the show. So this was clearly filmed before, and it may just be the pilot or some business. I may be misspeaking, but it's one I feel you should watch because it sets everything up. So you know. But then there is whomever I missed it in the chat already. They said there's movies that come after that do a really good thing. Londo is fantastic. He's from Centauri. His story, like I said, you watch the first few episodes of him, and he is funny and he's at a bar, he's at a casino drinking and have a good time. Come on, come over here, you know. And you've got this other character who's a Narn who looks like he's like a militant. He's like crazy. He's a villain-looking character, and that's how they open. And by the end of the story, those two have completely changed, and the fun-loving guy has become, I don't even want to spoil it for you, and I don't want to spoil it for you. It's fantastic. Those two characters, and the actors do a fantastic job. One of them's dead. He died of lung cancer. He actually played Admiral Tomalak on Star Trek The Next Generation, Romulan Admiral. You know what? We missed our second little break. Let's take another break. I will play the goat-scented flesh candles because they asked for it earlier, and we'll be back in a minute and a half, my friends.
Have you sinned again? Oh, and it's bad this time. A chicken just won't do. But wait, you don't have a goat for your burnt offering. Oh no, the Lord's wrath is upon you.
Insignificant person whose name I don't know, you have sinned. Probably. I shall smite thee.
What do? You're all out of goats. She left you for another man.
Fear not, my wayward child. Introducing Father Flanagan's line of goat-scented flesh candles.
No goat? No problem. Just light one of these bad boys and let the sweet, savory scent of burning goat flesh rise up to the heavens.
Is that goat?
It's easy, it's fast, and deluxe models even have patented technology that produces a goat screaming sound as the wick burns.
Father Flanagan's line of goat-scented candles. Save a goat, burn a candle.
Father Flanagan's line of goat-scented flesh candles are part of our You Do You Jew interfaith outreach program.
When you sin and need to atone, light a candle and avoid the stone. When the Lord requires that pungent smell, light a candle or you're going to hell.
All right, we are back. I noticed that Ryan's still getting some water. I'll bring her up whenever she comes back in. I noticed, let me see here. Hypatia Stanhope says, you know what? I actually want to wait for Ryan to get back because this is importante. So we'll just kind of hold off a second. Hypatia Stanhope, 5 seasons, 7 movies, and a spinoff indeed. I didn't really care for the spinoff. It became, I want to say, incredulous. Yeah, when you're talking about sci-fi, incredulous starts coming out. It's not good. It's not good. It's never a good thing. Let's see here. Another one of my favorite episodes of DS9, says Promethean Kitchen, is in season 1 called Duet. Oh my goodness gracious, that's so wonderful because they were clean. I watched too much Star Trek. Yes, Duet is a fantastic episode. Yeah. Promethean Stanhope. Totally prehistoric, says Hypatia. Yeah, let's see. Zarkros. It's way better to sacrifice a sheep. God likes sheep. Way better. Well, if you can fool God, right? The father puts off James Woods, kind of that father. Oh, she is back. Okay, here she goes. Here she is. Let me bring her back. All right, so I want to mention this. There she is. Miss Ryan, Miss Bamble. One of our people said, this is Hypatia Stanhope, says, I bought Babylon 5, the complete box set, and I've never watched anything but most of season 1, and that was years ago. Okay. I will tell you, now, as you and all of my friends, this is the deal, and it especially with series back in that time period, the first season is often very rough. Just because they're finding their feet. Like I just told you, the description of the beginning, they hadn't even figured their characters out very well yet and all that business. So the first season of Babylon 5 can be a struggle. I have a friend. I'm going to refer to this individual as a friend, okay? And this friend was watching with me some sci-fi shows, and it was time for us to watch Babylon 5. And this friend was unable, for whatever reason, for a solid month to not partaketh in the cannabis. And if you're a person who's used to watching sci-fi and doing your thing and all this business, and you're like, okay, now all of a sudden you have to stop your brain candy, and then you're going to watch a show just like you've been doing. That's a tough row. It really is. Babylon 5 is hard. Michael O'Hare, if you're watching, love you, man. As an actor, but he's a hard watch. He really is a hard watch. The actor was having some really hard emotional, psychological problems, but you watch, like, he'll be sitting there talking to people. There's these two people and be like, you think we ought to do that? I think we ought to do that. You think we ought to do that? We're going to do this. We're going to do this. Yep, we should do this. Don't you think I should move my head? Nope, I'm just going to move my eyes. Okay, we're just going to move my eyes. There was a lot of that with him. He's really hard. He leaves the show due to problems. And then later on, they bring him back on the show, like for a 2-episode parter thing. And they actually play off his idiosyncrasies. They're kind of like, how he's a little, you just got to watch it to know. But they do a really good job. It's a wonderful job. It's one of those where, for the most part, they knew the end from the beginning. And so they've got some really deep shit in there that's really good. That was planned out for a long time. It was going to be, he knew it was going to be a 5-season show. It was going to be the humans against, I think, against other humans for the Civil War. And then they were going to do and I may be misremembering, they were going to do the telepath war, which is humans and telepaths from all races. Or not, telepaths from all races against non-telepaths. Okay, so there was going to be that. And then after that, they were going to do the Great War, which is the Vorlons against the Shadows, which are these millions of years old species, But because they thought the show was going to get canceled at the end of season 3, they sped it all up. So in the middle of season 3, you get the resolution between the Vorlons and the Shadows. So the next season is them dealing with Civil War. The next season after that is them dealing with the telepaths. The Civil War, though, reminds me very much of Donald Trump and how he came to power and how he's in power and how he acts and how the Night Watch is just fucking ice. It's ice. J. Michael Straczynski's got to be going, oh my God, I tried to warn you people. You'll see that they're just, they're just ice. And at the end of it, like I said, I've probably told you this before, all the other worlds, they finally lose. They gang up on Earth, who's been hurting other people. They gang on Earth, they fight the bad guys all the way back to Earth, and they're about to take Earth, and the president of Earth takes the last final missiles and all that shit that's up there, the satellites they have, the defensive platforms, takes all of those and points them towards Earth. And says, scorched earth. If I can't have this place, if I'm going down, everybody's going down. And then he puts a bullet in his own brain pan. Dang. And they have to destroy their own thing. So Donald Trump putting his own military on his own people as he gets closer and closer to the end, I think is very apropos.
Yeah, man.
I'm just saying.
That's very fitting. I was just going to say that I think a lot of times the first seasons of shows aren't, sometimes they're great and they're just off the bat, but I've fallen in love with many of shows where the first season is just like, okay, at best.
Stargate, SG-1. The first season's kind of rough, man. It's rough with them people talking.
I told y'all I almost gave up.
I know.
But I'm glad I didn't.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And Babylon 5 is that way, too, because it's got these wonderful, wonderful story arcs. I may be spilling some things for Love Bond, but rest assured, me and Ryan, both of us, neither one of us will probably remember the details of the conversation later. So, But it's good. It's good. You get to see this arc, and Bruce Boxleitner is just fantastic. Okay, so I said the first season is rough, right? It is. The first season is rough. Michael O'Hare makes for a rough Jeffrey Sinclair. The characters, but then Bruce Boxleitner comes in and replaces him for season 2 through 5. From then on, he's out. And Bruce Boxleitner's fantastic. He does a wonderful job. Very charismatic. I was kind of surprised he hasn't run for political office. He's so good at public speaking, like a politician. So I'm just saying.
Some people just have that panache for public speaking.
They really do. Prometheus Kitchen says, I wish we had good shows like Babylon 5 and DS9 today. It's just that writing's not the same. It's not the same, and it's really hard to find good shows. I have found a couple that I'm enjoying right now. One of them is Foundation. One of the sad things really is that there are only 10 episodes per season, unlike what we're used to with these longer shows, but I really enjoy Foundation. It's not, if you're an Isaac Asimov fan and you're going to be all butthurt because it doesn't stick with Isaac Asimov series, you're not going to like it. But otherwise, you're going to love it. It's great. I love it. It's great. And Lee Pace, right? He walks around with like barely their clothing all the time, as the wife would have you know. So.
Oh, I mean, I'm not upset about that.
Yeah, he's the one she won't let me speak when he's on the screen, even if he's clothed. She's like, shh, shh.
You know better.
Yes. Why are you speaking? He's on the screen. Zarkroff says the first season of Doctor Who was also bad. They did not know who Doctor Who was. That's an interesting thing, like the Doctor Who and how the ship got stuck as a police box, because the ships like the TARDIS. If you're familiar with the TARDIS, right? In Doctor Who, the blue police box.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's a special kind of ship that Time Lords use. Okay. And it's actually supposed to have a cloak that changes into anything. But it got broke in an episode, the very first episode. I think it got broke when they went to England and they landed and they shaped it as a blue police call box. And then it got stuck that way, and it's been that way ever since. It was actually in Star Trek. We just saw it in an episode of Strange New Worlds recently. It made a cameo in there.
I think I remember something about that, but yeah, not exactly. I didn't know the backstory to why it was a police. I mean, I just know it's a police box. It's kind of famous for that, but I had no idea why. That's interesting. Got stuck. And they never fucking fixed it. They need O'Brien or somebody.
They've really
Balana.
I'm not sure.
Balana should fix it.
She damn sure would, and beat you with it. They thought the Doctor built the TARDIS in his garage. Who thought that? Personally, I thought that was. I think there would be a civil war in Minnesota because they've made it very clear that they don't want ice there. Oh yeah. That we've been talking about that. That's coming. That's on purpose. They're trying to do that on purpose. That way, as soon as the Minnesotans finally get tired of it and react, Donald Trump can claim martial law and try to suspend the elections. I don't think they can actually legally suspend the elections during martial law, but there's no way these people are staying in power after this next election. It's just crazy.
After Davos, I would be embarrassed to be a leader who co-signs anything that man says, honestly.
Yeah.
I'd be backing far away from him.
True that.
But that's just me.
Greg Prime is here, and Greg's the Snitch is here. Greg Sanich is here. Good morning, Greg S. I don't know why I always want to do it. Greg's a snitch. It doesn't even say that. It just kind of.
Maybe he's a snitch.
Maybe he's a snitch. Good morning, Greg. Thank you for joining us. And Greg Prime. That would be the first Greg, apparently. 001 Prime. Good morning, Greg Prime. Thank you for joining us. Let's see. Randall Flagg is here. Good shows I like finish within 2 seasons or so. Oh, well, I don't really. There's some shows. I don't know a single show that ends with just 2 seasons that I can think of off the top of my head. Stargate Universe almost went 3, right? Went 2.5 or some business before they got shut down. When we stopped watching that one for the same reason I stopped watching it the first time.
Did we start watching that one?
When you watch I didn't like it because I remember not liking Stargate Universe. I'm sure you watched it. Yeah, you said you liked it. Stargate Universe, I was watching it, but it was people against people. And I was like, I don't want to do the people against people thing. It's just, I want to see people against aliens and stuff like that. And so then we're rewatching like, man, this is a pretty good episode. I mean, like they're gonna crash into the sun. They don't crash into the sun, but they actually sent people out to try to survive and all this stuff. And then at the end, they're like, well, that unless the Doctor knew the whole time that it was actually going to do that. And if he did, now all of a sudden they're like throwing into question about the doctor. It was a good harmonious episode where they all worked together. They saved each other. It was a little weird at first, but it looks like they could actually start doing the normal Star Trek, Stargate kind of situation as come together as a team. But no, they had to go, oh, this guy's against us. And I just remember where it goes after this, because also that guy who plays, what's his name, Blue Diamond Phillips, he gets his mind put into the captain out on the ship, and he's out there starting fucking trouble, trying to take people out of power and trying to do all kinds of shit. He has no fucking idea what's going on out there, and I don't want to see that. I just didn't want to see that shit. I did enjoy watching Eli, yeah, the heavy kid who was the video game player who got sucked onto the show. Anyway.
Oh yeah. I liked him. Sometimes he got on my nerves with like the whining, but for the most part, like I enjoyed his character.
John says, I saw a puppet episode of Stargate. There was an episode of Stargate where Vala was trying to pitch ideas. She was trying to pitch ideas. Vala was trying to pitch ideas to a movie producer in Stargate SG-1. And so she kept describing all these shows that she had seen on American television. So she'd start describing it, and then it'd cut to a scene where our actors from Stargate SG-1 are dressed up like Star Trek characters on the bridge of the Enterprise. So you see an episode of them, something's going wrong, and then the producer goes, that's Star Trek, we can't do that. And then they move on. And then finally she does one about Farscape, the sci-fi show she just came from. And she's like, what about this? Funny. And then it switches to the bridge of the Moya, and there's these people going, Frel, and all this other cussing thing, the fake cussing, how they do like frack.
Crack.
And then of course, Farscape is an obscure sci-fi show. It's not one of the biggies. It's obscure. Whenever she's done telling the story to the guy, he's like, oh, I've never heard of that one. So it's like a sting. Anyway, but it's good shit. Yeah, but back to Babylon.
It's on the list.
Briefly, Babylon 5 is a good 5 solid seasons. It's good stuff. I enjoy it. Fun. There's Garibaldi. Garibaldi's cool, But one thing about Babylon 5 is it kind of changes a lot. The writer planned on, he had a lot of it planned out, most of it planned out through all the show. But what do you do when an actor quits or gets hurt or leaves the show so he actually had plans. He had already planned ahead of time what to happen in case certain main actors had to leave the show. And that's where, like, Jeffrey Sinclair, the main actor at the beginning of the show I was talking about, Michael O'Hare, he was replaced, and they bring in Bruce Boxleitner.
That must suck to be on a show and then with a switch up like that.
Mm-hmm.
Or be weird, unless like it was a relief because you didn't like the person.
Yeah, that's true. Well, that's kind of the thing with Michael O'Hare's a hard watch. He really is. It's a hard. That first season's rough because of him. He's so flat, in a lot of his things. Yeah. Kelly Lawson says, I have to start getting ready to open the store. Good luck, Kelly. Have a great day. Stay warm out there. Zarcross says fracking is a genuine obscenity. Fracking is an obscenity from the Star Trek show Battlestar Galactica 2001. Fracking is also an oil field process to where they, where the oil's been sucked out, most of the oil's been sucked out of the ground, so they kind of force water down into the lower areas, and they'll do other kinds of things. They put chemicals in there, and then the chemicals will react, and they'll get hot, and it starts breaking up the substrate of the mantle. 2,000 to 5,000 feet down. And we start having earthquakes because of it. It's destroying our water tables and all that business. Look, if you want to be interested in that, check out Oklahoma. They've had earthquakes because of fracking. So, good stuff.
Fracking. That's what I say. Frack it.
Yeah, frack it.
By frack it, I mean, don't.
Don't. Let's see here. Go Knicks. Let's see. Wait a second. Is there a Knicks fan in here?
Yeah, I say frack sometimes too, so Carlos.
You do, huh? My understanding is the main actress who played President Rosalind, she got a really filthy mouth from working on the set, being around the set and on the show.
Really?
The cussing they did, yeah. Of course, most of it's not real cussing, is it? You know, is it real cussing?
Is any cussing real cussing?
I don't know which show first started using fake words for cuss words, but if you watch Farscape, which was well before Battlestar Galactica, where they're using frack, watch, and that one's theirs is Frel, and they've got a whole list of words that they use to replace our cuss words. So if you got a cuss word in English, they've replaced it with some, what the hesmana is going on around here? You know, that sort of thing.
What the hell, y'all?
That's right. They've got the whole deal kind of played out. Again, I don't know which one started it, but I've seen other ones do it since fracking. You know,
Didn't that one TV show we watched with the kind of cowboys in space, that show, didn't they
Yes.
use fake words too?
well, yes and no. They'd cuss at each other in bad Chinese because when
Oh,
humans
that's
left
right. It was a
Earth,
language. It's just not our language.
wasn't very well done. When they left Earth to the America and China left together, and they were the only two to get out. And so those are the two main languages, and that's why you see all that through the show. But there was a lady who was trying to teach them how to use those phrases from Chinese. She was a Chinese lady, and she's like, somebody asked her, aren't you worried somebody will be offended by what they're saying? She's like, you know what? They say it so poorly that there's no way. Nah, it's all right. It'll be all right. Yeah, so.
I don't even know.
I know. Welcome to the party, Vesta Fria. Good morning, Vesta Fria. Thank you for joining us. Whenever we get back, we're going to take a break here. Dead Men Don't Wear Plaid, 2x2 Hands of Blue. When we get back, we will talk about some more sci-fi, what we're coming up next week. I don't know yet. It's pretty tight running. It's tight runs. We'll see. Let's do a break real quick. And what did somebody want? They asked for something. We did the Pharaoh's Curse. We did the Ghost Scented Flesh Candles. We did Holy Halos. I think we're kind of. Did we not do something? I think we're. Yeah, we can do whatever we want.
I don't remember. I can't remember what people asked for.
I'm gonna do postmortem baptismal kits. That's one of my favorites. We'll be back.
Oh,
Do you have a loved one who's on their deathbed, but they've yet to give themselves up to the Lord?
Are you sure you don't want to come to Jesus?
No.
This is your final chance.
No. Worried they're headed to the fiery pits of hell.
Your very last chance.
No. I've been wicked and sinful. I deserve to burn in the hot place.
As you wish. Farewell, my heathen husband.
Farewell, my...
Well, fear not, my wayward child. Introducing Father Flanagan's line of post-mortem baptismal kits. No more worries about being miserable alone forever. Be a good Christian and share that eternal pain and suffering with the ones you love.
I'm in hell. Not as hot as I thought it'd be. Kind of feels like Houston, minus the humidity. Hello. My favorite drink crafted to perfection. Ooh, and some dank ass weed.
I can't bear to be down on my face chanting, holy, holy, holy is the Lord, every day, all day, for all eternity, by myself.
Wow, is that George Carlin? And Alan Turing, look at that. Carl say, oh, I am so honored. You've been my hero since I was a kid. Neil deGrasse Tyson, what are you doing here? Oh, I get it. I get it. Schrodinger's heathen. Very cute, you. Very cute. That's fantastic. Oh, what is that? What is? It's holy water. Oh, it burns. No, this isn't where I want to be. Pabst Blue Ribbon and a Marlboro? No!
Father Flanagan's post-mortem baptismal kit. Dead kid tested, Mother Teresa approved.
Is that the Pope and John Paul? Jim Jones and Jimmy Swaggart, huh? I can see that coming. Neil deGrasse, what are you doing? Holy, holy, holy is the Lord. Holy, holy, holy is the Lord.
Thanks, Father Flanagan.
Damn them to an eternity in heaven for only $59.99. They wouldn't appreciate it, but you'll feel better. And that's the point, isn't it? Get yours now. Your heathen loved one's time is running out.
Holy, holy, holy is the Lord. This is some bullshit. Holy, holy, holy is the Lord.
And here we are. All right. So, let's see. Let me ask you, have you seen the new, because, you know, Super Mario was a thing for me as a kid. Have any of you seen the new Super Mario movie? I enjoyed it. It's about a year old now, I guess. It had Chris Pratt, I think, is the voice of Mario. You know, if you look past that, he did a good job, I guess, as one would do. They explained how he doesn't have an Italian accent at the beginning of it. They're doing a commercial, and they're like, "It's me, Mario." But then that's just for the commercial. Once they break out of the commercial, they talk back to their normal New York accents because they're plumbers from New York. So, I mean, yeah, I think that it was fun. I found it to be fun. Rainbow Ash, did you guys already talk about heavy metal? We did. There's not a lot really to talk about it. We did talk about it. We have a poll about it, but I don't know. I think I may have missed a call. My thing isn't quite working right here, I don't think. I want to turn that. I'm going to take this down here because for some reason it has dropped me. Let me put it here. I'm going to take that down. Sorry. I'll fix it later. I mean, did I hit the right button? Oh, it did hit the right. Okay, gotcha. Let's see.
Mario's name is Mario.
Mario, I know. Yeah, the Mario Brothers. Yeah. Actually, there's a time in Star Trek Deep Space Nine, episode 2 or 3 or some business. Quark talks about, he's like, brought to you by the brothers Quark. Talking about him and Rom, but he never does that again. He never says that again. It's kind of be weird for him to have a name Quark. Or everybody's been calling him by his last name this whole time.
Maybe.
And
what's his first name?
Zarkral says, same problem. You must be signed in to continue. You might try a different browser. You might hit control. Well, you got to be signed in, I think, if you're not signed in. But you just said it just links back. Yeah, you might try a different browser or some business, Zarkross. Anybody else, let me know if you're having a problem with it. I'll see. I like to just blame Zarkross at this point, though. Oh my God, is Mario Brothers a movie suggestion? I'd watch it. I thought it was fun. You know, at one point they're trapped in this dungeon with this cute, tiny little blue star, and it's just the cutest little thing, and it just talks about death the whole time, how it's waiting for death and waiting for the blissful release of death, and it's just funny. I dig it.
It was a wild ride for sure.
Yes.
Probably should have been on shrooms.
Couldn't hurt. It probably have an effect on the show. Yeah.
Might help.
Might help. Yeah, so we've got 21 responses. It's looking good. We're going to have a fun movie this week. Hopefully. We'll see. We'll take that down. She's My Spirit Animal. Bob Hoskins was fun. He died. He was in Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Oh, I love that. That's a good movie too. Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
You know, I would watch such a thing. You know, I would. It's fun. I really would.
You'll have to add it.
We'll have to add
Sneak in there. No one knows you, Chris.
Well, you know.
Well, now they might have said it. You shouldn't have said it.
That's okay, because I mean, I know when the poll restarts, I can go vote. I can only vote once, so it won't let me vote more than once. I don't know why. Some asshole made it. That was me. Rude. I know, right? Let me see here. All right. So now briefly, you are Victoria. Good morning. You are Victoria. Thank you for joining us. Is that in Victoria, Canada, or is that your name, Victoria? Interesting. Good morning, Victoria. Thank you for joining us. Chris George, Lady Macbeth references the resurrection, not sci-fi, and rolls your stone away to realize retaining your throne. Yeah. Hamnet. Oh, I didn't see Hamnet. I haven't seen Hamnet. I'm actually watching Macbeth right now. I'm studying Macbeth for an audition. Not for Macbeth, but for something else.
When did you say that is? Is it this summer?
The audition is the last of the 28th of February and the 1st of March. And then it was in, I think, last part of June and July, I think is when the plays are going on this time. And there are two of them. They're done outside at the Veterans Memorial Park.
Ooh, that's fun.
Yeah, I've had the honor of doing a few of them. It's fun.
Cool.
I've recorded me. I probably should go. I could go down and I could take and cut out what I've done and show it here on the show one of these days.
Well, you should do.
Maybe. Leguizamo is a good dude. I like him too. He's done good. I'm glad of those. Unlike what's his name, dipshit Deuce Bigelow actor, John Leguizamo. Sorry, man, John Leguizamo. If I'm saying your name wrong, he turned out to be a pretty cool guy. But that other guy that I can't think of his name because he's such a douchebag. He's a right-wing conservative Trump bootlicking asshole. He played Deuce Bigelow.
Rob Schneider.
Rob Schneider, yeah, Rob Schneider.
Yeah, he's a fucking. Oh my god! All these guys are too extreme for me. It's cray.
Lickers of the boots. Yeah, I can't wait for all this to end. The madness to end. It just ain't happening fast enough for me. And you know what? I cannot wait. I want to see the first time somebody uses the Fourth Amendment or the Second Amendment as a legal defense for what Donald Trump and they're doing. They're violating people's Second Amendment, their Fourth Amendment, their First Amendment. Donald Trump is violating your First Amendment. If they kick in your door and violate your Fourth Amendment, you can shoot them. That's your Second Amendment right. I'm just saying. I'm not saying to do it. I'm just saying you can.
Right. So, well, I have been wondering, like, are people afraid to use it? Like, are they? Like, I am just wondering because we've had that discussion. There's so many people who just, they're going to take my guns. They're going to take my guns. They're going to take my guns. Okay, well, now they're coming into your home. Yeah. So are you going to stop them?
See, I think part of the problem with that is a lot of the people who were in they're going to come take my guns group are now the ones wearing the masks and coming to take your guns. Oopsie.
Oopsie. Just told on themselves.
True. Ooh, 23, negative 23 degrees C. That's cold. Make my nipples hard just talking about it.
Really, really bad. I'm so worried for people. Like, please don't do anything silly to heat your homes, people, if their electricity goes out. Yeah. Be careful.
Good morning, Bears to Almas. Thank you for joining us this morning. It says disclaimer about something, but that's a good one. Disclaimer. D20. Cool name. Thank you for joining us this morning. As in a dice, right? As a 20-sided dice. Cool. Rainbow Ash. I thought the Mario movie was going to tank, but I finally watched it, and it's one of my favorite movies. Why do my favorite movies star Chris Pratt? Yeah, you just gotta. Once you get over the fact that he is what he is, I enjoy the movies.
I just won't put money in his pocket. If I can steal his movies or borrow them, you know what I'm saying, free, and give them back, then that's fine. I just won't put money into his pocket.
Yeah. He's but beyond that, I think I do dig the movies. The Super Mario is a fun one. It's a fun movie, and if you guys maybe we can get it on the list one of these days. Guardian of the Galaxy 2 is another fun movie, according to Rainbow Ash. I like Guardians of the Galaxy. I wasn't in love with Guardians of the Galaxy 2. There was a couple of moments. It actually has the actor from Farscape in it. He's painted in gold. Ben Browder, but it was okay. It wasn't as good, I don't think. And then the third one was just sad and hard to watch. It was just hard to watch. I vaguely remember we started to watch it again and we're like, oh yeah, this is the one where they fucking torture these animals throughout the most of the movie. I don't want to watch this again. Pass. Hard pass.
Hard pass. No thanks.
Yes, no thanks. Let's see. I pee my pants watching the second one. Drax is great. I enjoy him. I have to say, I think he's fun. I've really enjoyed Dave Bautista, and I like his political stance. How he's one of those guys you wouldn't think. He came out with a video not long back talking about, listen, are you a pussy? You're a pussy if you're part of this. He went after him really good.
Thank freaking goodness that some of these celebrities have the sense to speak up. Thank goodness. I mean, in a way, they could speak up and say the bad thing, and then we'd all be screwed. But
Right.
you just kind of hope that a majority of people are good, honest to goodness, good people.
We know they're not. They're shit. We know that. I have learned all of a sudden people suck. People really are shit.
Mean people certainly suck.
Yeah. Yes, that's right. I'm gonna run our deathbed conversion Bible thing real quick because I got something I want to do real quick, and we'll be back and we'll just wrap up the show. Actually, let's just wrap up just a tiny bit early. That way I don't leave people hanging. Is that okay? Let me read our super chats. I don't think we had any super chats today, did we? If we did, I was hateful and didn't read any. No, we didn't. That's okay. You guys are wonderful. I very much appreciate all the support you guys give us. Next week,
Thank you so much.
we still don't know what show we're watching yet. So you folk out there, go vote. Right now, it's looking like it's gonna be fun. We'll see. I'm gonna run this deathbed conversion Bible commercial, and then I'll see you guys later. Have a wonderful weekend. Send safely, my friends. Bye, Ryan. Thank you for joining me again.
Bye. Have a good weekend, folks. Bye. Stay tuned for Ember.
Yes, Ember. It's gonna roll automatically over to Ember, so do that. We'll be back. Or have a great weekend. Do you have an atheist friend or family member who's a good person and you don't want to see them end up in hell? But now they're on their deathbed. Time is running out. They've been there for you, and now you want to be there for them. But how can you save them from your all-loving, forgiving God and its eternal lake of fire? Well, fear not, my wayward child. Introducing Father Flanagan's line of Atheist Deathbed Conversion Bibles. No more worries of loved ones meeting their resolution without absolution. Now you too can force your faith on the weak and helpless in their final moments. Father Flanagan's line of Atheist Deathbed Conversion Bibles are designed specifically for the weak and infirmed. Extra large type for failing eyes seeing their last. Deluxe editions come complete with a post-mortem Mother Teresa would have approved baptismal kit. Also available in heathen and heretic versions. Father Flanagan's line of Atheist Deathbed Conversion Bibles. Coming to a Walmart.
Got a house that smells like old cheese and shame. Father Flanagan's flesh candles change the game. Goat-scented thrills for your soul's delight. Light it up, baby, make your room right. When you've sinned and need to atone, light a candle and avoid the stone. Smell the goat in a holy zone. Father Flanagan, here to set the tone. Confession booth, busy, no need to stress. Light a candle and forget your mess. Gross odors vanish like sins in the wind. With each wick, guess who's your new best friend? When you've sinned and need to atone, light a candle and avoid the stone. Smell the goat in a holy zone. Father Flanagan, here to set the tone. Lambs and calves may have their day, but goats, the scent that leads the way. Clean your slate with a sniff so pure. Father Flanagan's got the cure. Turn your home into a saintly space. With every whiff, find redeeming grace. From your living room to the kitchen